today the referee is Timothy Derry. And they are the officials. So the referee is Timothy Derry, as I just said, and Caleb Wales and Sash Ramsaroop are the assistant and the fourth official is Akil Weeks. So the two skippers, the number 5, Dimas, Joshua Dimas, and of course Arajun. But there are the Naparima supporters and their school mates, and obviously singing their anthem. And so there is there is the St. Benedict's team just saying their last-minute prayers as they just about getting ready to go on. But here, let's give you the starting lineup first. St. Benedict's, they start with Thane Devonish in goal. There's Alexander, Dimas, Grant, Morian, Morris, Niles, Ochoa, Pear, Webb, and Williams. The coach is Randolph Boyce. Let's have a look at the formation.
Well, there's some changes within the back four. Alexander comes in to play in that centre-half position. Morian, of course, a regular right-back, plays at that holding midfield. And, of course, the trickery of Niles and the execution of Grant will be needed today for St. Benedict's College.
Well, let's have a look at the Naparima starting lineup. And, of course, they start with Therese Romain. There's skipper Rajun, Pascal, Cooper, Bailey, Francis, Callis, Panto, Alexander, Forbes, France, and the coach is Travis Mulrain.
Well, the back four will be marshalled by Cooper, a man with top-level experience. Pascal and Rajun expect him to anchor the middle of the park, and the goals will be expected to flow from Panto up front.
Well, we're just about getting ready for the kickoff. Referee Timothy Derry is the man with the whistle, and we're just waiting for him to get things going here at the Naparima College grounds here in Lois Street in San Fernando. It's hot, it's sunny, the ground looks in good condition. We'll talk about that in a minute. As St. Benedict's start the kickoff, and then just at the moment, just trying to get a feel of things. Ball played very wide indeed. And the St. Benedict supporters, well, Brent, they're having a ball because they saw the ball in the back of the net and they thought, well, that's goal number 1.
Yeah, of course, it was a good lofted pass. They run a little bit too early there, getting behind by Ochoa. But it's certainly, of course, a good start from St. Benedict's College. If it did count, Colin, but
yeah,
it didn't.
It didn't. Well, it's going to be Morris with the throw. So here is Morris getting it down, looking for Webb. But in fact, it's picked up here by Naparima as they start to come forward with it. But ball is in the middle with Morian. And the shot comes but goes wide. Going to be a goal kick for Naparima. So Romain with the kick. Here's Williams with the header. Picked up in the middle of the field there as St. Benedict back in possession. There is Dimas, sends a long ball forward, trying to get Grant going. Well, not a great kick at all by Cooper as he was looking to clear his lines. The ball came off the outside of his boot. The pitch, Brent, well grassed at the moment, the pitch, but it seems to have a little bit of an uneven bounce.
Yeah, it does, and it's been quite humid throughout the course of today, Colin. Of course, like most parts of Trinidad, the pitch is very dry, but credit to St. Benedict's College. They've applied themselves in the right way since the game has started. Naparima College looks a bit shaken up by the start so far by St. Benedict's College.
Well, here goes Naparima with a long kick, and eventually it's going to be headed out. So it's going to be a goal kick for St. Benedict. So here's Benedict's long ball, searching ball. In fact, this is not a bad run. This could be a chance. This could be the first goal. Oh, what a good tackle in the end.
Tackle.
Excellent tackle. Yeah, by Alexander, Tyrrell Alexander.
Yeah, he looked beaten for a moment there, Alexander. But his retrieving run got back in the nick of time. I think right as soon as, of course, that man, Nises, looked like Colin was about to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
He was there on the spot. That's Malachi Webb, up front. It's a good tackle.
Well, here is Naparima on the go again, but Pantor couldn't get control and it's cleared downfield. So here is the ball played wide and eventually it goes out. It's going to be a corner for Naparima. So there's Coach Travis Mulrain. Must be a little bit concerned with the start of his team.
Yeah. And they have weathered the storm. You just think, Colin, this game has so much riding on it. That's you must think there's a bit of nerves there. That's a good corner.
Yeah, excellent corner.
I think he's going to hit the target.
Yeah, just going up. Was just going a little bit over his head. Francis.
Yeah, he was always backpedaling and never really looked settled when he made his initial jump. And so because of that, he just couldn't get it on target. It's a good start of the game so far, Colin.
Yeah, it's a nice start. Both teams are trying to apply pressure on each other. But there was Francis not winning it and coming away with it. There was Ochoa. But he was trying to get things going down that right side. But it's going to be a throw for Naparima. Bailey with the throw, gets the ball back. And playing it back into midfield to Pascal. This is Alexander. Gets it to Kalis. Not such a great ball, but St. Benedict through Ochoa. But Pascal wins it. Gets it going wide on that right side to Forbes. Still Forbes, he's pushed it a little too far ahead of him. It's going to be a goal kick for St. Benedict.
Yeah, just that last touch was a bit heavy.
So this is Dimas. Long ball, looking there for, obviously for Webb, but it went to Grant. This is Pear. Goes far over onto that far side, but couldn't be controlled by Niles. It goes out and it's going to be a throw. Forbes with possession now. Trying to go up that right side for Naparima. Takes it out of play. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. So the first 6 minutes here been pretty even as that ball played through the middle looking for Webb. But Alexander is there, sends it back upfield. It's picked up here by Niles. Webb trying to get there before Alexander, who sends it back upfield. In the middle for St. Benedict's. Bailey can't control it. In fact, it goes to Francis now. Plays that long ball, searching ball, looking for Forbes. But he's confronted there by Williams. Williams plays that ball long down the left side. Headed back by Kalis. Niles trying to get Webb going. So neither team really settling down. But the pitch looks a little bit bumpy to me at the moment. So yeah, you're not seeing the fluent passing.
Well, it hasn't been that sort of game so far. I think both teams, a little bit of nervous energy, just not taking their time, and obviously consideration when they do have possession of the ball. They looked very hurried, Colin, to make passes and to get it off of themselves. And the game really hasn't had that level of fluidity we would have expected. But again, it's such a big game. It's so much at stake. You would have expected both teams to start that way.
Well, here's Grant. This is a chance. Well, he couldn't really got the shot away, but it was well blocked. This is Kalis. finally clearing it away.
Yeah, again, another example is, of course, the music is certainly taking the lead
Naparima
in this
drummers.
game so far, the Naparima rhythm section. But that's another example, Colin, of course, just taking your time. And you just felt there in that moment, if there was a little bit more ability of just taking your time, maybe putting that one into the back of the net. But nervous start, you could say, Colin, by both teams.
It is a nervous start. You could see both teams there. Yeah, the players and both teams, sort of not wanted to make a mistake. But the ball is played wide to Morris. Morris really being harassed at the moment by France. But he eventually, he got it away, but it went out of play. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. Bailey with the throw. Is it captain? Yes, it is. This is Francis trying to lay it off. Trying to get it there towards France. So Francis is going to take the throw. Nice long one, but it goes out and it's going to be a goal kick for St. Benedict's. Long ball again, searching ball there, looking for Webb. This time Webb collects it, plays a nice ball inside to Ochoa. He's trying to get Williams going down that left side. Sorry, that was Niles going down that left side. He couldn't control it. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. Throw sent upfield, but it's one back here in the middle of the field by Morian. He plays it back towards Alexander, sends it long, but hit with too much power and goes to the goalkeeper. Bailey, luckily, doesn't control it well, but gets the rebound, runs into more trouble. Ochoa. Actually, it was Pear there, fighting for it. This is Calise, goes wide to Forbes. Making that run, going up the right side is Panto. Trying to play it back in field. Luckily for him, Pascal wins it back. He has to go back, however, to Alexander. Cooper plays a good ball upfield. Trying to get France going. It's won here by Morris. Cooper taking no chances, play it out. Grant with it through. Gets it to Ochoa. He can't control it. It's picked up by Pascal. And they give it right back to St. Benedict's. Wide on that left side. It's Niles. Neither team really settling down, but you're seeing a lot of passes at the moment.
Yeah.
Nobody is able to string 4, 5, 6 passes together.
Because every single time a player gets on the football, Colin, they want to get rid of it. And again, we pointed to the fact that it may be a bit of nerves, but certainly it's impacted in the way this game has ebbed and flowed. It hasn't really had a pattern to it so far.
No, it hasn't.
And it's been very erratic in what we've seen.
What I'm not seeing at the moment, Brent, is some sort of build-up play where, they're building from the back or even midfield. Well, we see St. Benedict's, their rhythm section has now appeared, Brent. Well, it's rhythm, and more rhythm. Is that ball way over onto the far side, hits the head of Niles and goes out. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. Calise with the throw. Gets it to Forbes, back to Calise. Plays that long ball, looking for Panto. He can't keep it in. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict. Williams with the throw. Gets it down, looking for Webb. But it's cleared back upfield. Morris. You could see the bounce of the ball, Brent. This outfield is hard. But here's give it away. Panto. Can he get it back inside? Oh, he's missed it. France has put it wide. My word. They capitalized on the mistake by the Benedict's defense. There, going up the line was Panto. He squared it back for France. And Brent, he went for the far post and he missed it.
Yeah, and I just felt, Colin, he was a bit too nonchalant in his approach to finish it as we have another look. A mix-up at the back there. Good play. Once it comes back here, he should have just put it into the back of the net.
He went for the far post. Yeah. Did everything right, but he just didn't get it on target.
Yeah. And really should have finished it. Of course, goalkeeper there just seemed to be at 6s and 7s.
Well, here's a throw.
And all it needed really, Colin, was him to slide the ball into the back of the net. He didn't. That's right. A big chance.
Here's Morris. In possession, Morris sends it across. It's headed away. Forbes gets there before Niles. Bangs it upfield. There is Panto. But it's won back here by Benedict. The shot comes just over the bar. Not a bad effort there from the pair in the middle of the field. Just didn't get over it. So a goal kick for Naparima. Coming up to 14 and a half minutes. No goals yet, but you have to think Naparima should have been ahead. So a throw for St. Benedict. It's going to be Morris. Gets it downfield towards Grant. Grant plays it back down to Morris. Sends the ball across. Here's the shot from Webb. He never got hold of it, did he? And but Grant wins it back. However, Francis comes away with it. Looks for Panto. It's overhit. It's going to run straight through to goalkeeper Devonish, who gets it to Alexander. Morris, who is in an advanced position on that right side, does well. Is he brought down? Yes, it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict.
Yeah, unnecessary at the end of the day. He's gave good cover in coming across, and maybe there France should have shown a little bit more patience before making that tackle. Just have to think back to that chance, Colin, that Naparima College had, and they really should have been up. They should be up by now.
Well, it's still goalless, and the free kick is going to be taken. Let's see, the man taking the free kick looks like Morian. Sends it in field. Headed away. Again, it's going to be a corner. Morian is going to take the corner.
Two players colliding there, Colin. No one opening their mouths and making a shout. Again, you just feel that the nerves are starting to get the better of the players in some instances.
So here's Morian with the corner. Goes to the far post. The heads go up. This is Niles. But the referee has indicated that it's going to be a free kick for Naparima. Alexander. No, that's not Alexander. That is Cooper with the free kick. Gets it to Calif. Back to Cooper. This time it's Alexander. This is Pascal. Plays a nice ball here out to France. France in possession, looking to take on his man. Has the shot, never really got any control on that shot. Was never in control of the ball. Yeah. Was always sort of running away from him. And even though he tried the shot, it was well off the mark. No goals yet.
Well, the idea was the right one, to try to get inside of his defender. But it always was going to be about how he executed, and he just wasn't able to get his full laces onto that one.
Well, this is Cooper, plays it towards Francis.
That's a good touch.
As well, takes it on well. Gets it to Callis. He turns with it, but has to go back to Alexander. Alexander, that's a good ball for France, but it's intercepted by Morris. Headed away. But Cooper is going to get there before Webb, but he can't keep it in. Bailey, so it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. Webb is going to leave it for Morris. Ochoa couldn't get it back to Morris, but the ball is played over onto that far side. Sprinting away is Forbes. Gets there before Williams. Looks to take on Williams. Williams does well. Very well indeed. Sends a long ball forward. Looking for Grant. But it's won back in the middle of the field by Naparima. Ball played wide, but that's hit too hard. France is not going to get there, as that ball was played wide there by Rajun, and it was hit too hard. It's going to be a throw for Benedict.
Yeah, we've seen that on a couple of occasions so far in the opening 18 plus minutes or so, Colin, where players seem to be rushed to make their passes instead of course, taking the time and making sure they're picking out their teammates. And because of that, we've seen a high volume of turnovers in the game so far. And I'm very sure both coaches won't be satisfied about that so far.
Well, here's Webb. Webb in a real tussle with Bailey. Webb gets the better of it. Plays it in field. Looking there for Ochoa. But it's won back here in the middle of the field by Pascal. He plays that long ball again. It's a lot of long balls both teams are playing, Brent.
Yeah.
Obviously trying to get it to the back of the defense. But it's been overhit on most occasions. And it's not really worrying the defenders.
Well, there seems to be a refusal on both teams to try to connect 4 and 5 passes together. They seem to be a lot more, of course, willing to go direct to get the ball as far away as possible from themselves. So it has to at some point, Colin, settle down a bit on both teams' behalf, because the game is a bit, of course, stop-start, and has certainly lost any sort of fluidity because of that.
Well, it's at the back here with Benedict. That is Dimas, gets it to Alexander. Again, we see another long ball, searching ball. Looking there for, not Ochoa, that was Grant. But he couldn't keep his foot in. This is Ochoa, but he quickly loses out. As that ball again, long ball, played to Panto. The keeper comes, does well, does very well indeed. He had to get there.
Yeah, I tell you what, Colin, I was not sure if he would have gotten there. But give credit where credit is due. He was decisive, and he decided he was going to make it his.
Well, this is Francis, gets it there to Pascal. Pascal goes wide to Calise. Going up that right side is Forbes. He's confronted by Williams. Looking to take on Williams. Coming back to assist him is Niles. And let's see, I thought that might have been a foul, but the referee says no. It's going to be a throw instead for Naparima. Calise. Headed away by Dimas. Again, the ball, no one really taking control of this ball. This is Ochoa. Gets it to Niles. Ochoa going down that left side. This is much better from St. Benedict. Oh, he puts his man on the floor. Ochoa has a shot, not advisable from that distance and that angle, Brent. He would have had to get it absolutely on target, but it went wide.
Yeah, it went wide and it was rash. And of course, again, another compelling piece to my argument that there is a lot of nerves on that field.
Well, this is Niles looking to get it towards Grant, but Calise is there first.
Yeah, and it's there's a lot of those sorts of situations where they really should be taking their time, settling the ball down, but they're just hoofing it forward like this.
Yeah, well, look at that. That free kick was hustled, and it's all the way back up into this in Benedict's half. But Francis, in a little bit of a tussle there with Morian. Morian is getting the better of him, but in fact, he can't keep it in. It's going to be a throw for, it's a free kick, the referee is saying. So Morin doing a little bit of pushing, and Kalis gets it back to Alexander. As Naparima trying now to build at the back. This is Rajun, sorry. The ball comes wide now towards Bailey. Long ball. Looking for that man Forbes, who's come across here from a right side position, come more to an inside left. And the throw is quickly taken. Oh, that's going to be a foul there. It could be a yellow card. It is a yellow card on Alexander. So Alexander gets the first yellow card. A really rash challenge on Panto.
It really wasn't needed as we have another look at it. Panto in control. And Alexander comes out of nowhere, really.
Yeah.
And of course, Panto was only place he could have gone is further down the line, but it would have been covered. So there was really no need to make that sort of challenge. And you used the right word, Colin, rash.
Well, it's going to be a free kick for Naparima. Let's see, the man over the ball, just tying his lace in, just delaying things a little bit, is Bailey. Jaquan Bailey is going to take the free kick. Not sure that signal. Is he saying he's going to keep it low? Is he say Brent he's keeping it low? Well, he doesn't.
Well, he doesn't.
He goes to the far post. The head at the back of the net. Well, they went to the far post. Where was their marking? And Naparima, they have taken the lead in the 25th minute. And they salute there the man at the far post. It seemed to be, let's give you...
Cooper.
Is it Cooper?
Josiah Cooper with the header.
Yep, it is Cooper.
It's a good, have a look. Good looping ball, back post. Look at Cooper. Beats his man. Beats the goalkeeper. And puts Naparima College up by 1-0. That's a good header by the big centre half. Making sure that he was the only one that was going to win that header. And again, Colin, it came from a rash challenge from Alexander.
But what a good free kick though, Brent.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what they were going to do with it. So let's look, 25 minutes gone. They're taking a refreshment break because I tell you, the sun here, it's hotter than hot. And, you know, they really need that break. But in the 25th minute, the free kick, Brent, it was a good free kick, went to the far post. But you have to say Bailey with the free kick went to the far post. But where was let's have a look at it. Where was the marking?
Yeah, the marking, of course, it looks like Alexander that was back post there. You've got to put your body onto the opponent. You have to have your hands up. And it was just too easy. He just never really, of course, dictated to Cooper. He allowed Cooper to dictate to him. And eventually he got around him and headed the ball in the back of the net. And of course, the game has been very stop-start, but that was a good header.
Certainly was. They are the St. Benedict drummers. They are the officials. They are also having some refreshment. It looks like a half-time break, though. They need to get back on the field because it's just over a minute. I think is it a 2-minute break? When you have this refreshment break, Brent?
Yeah, I think it's I think it's approximately 2 to 3 minutes, but it's needed. We've seen it implemented more and more. Of course, at this level, and of course we've seen it at the international level at some of the CONCACAF games. It's very important. It's for health purposes, as we know that the heat and of course heavy exercise, particularly anaerobic exercise in this type of weather. Is certainly not advisable. Of course, today, Colin, the ministry came out with another weather alert, as of course, as it relates to the type of heat that we've been having here, that you need to protect yourself, and obviously, look at it.
A
and
nice
of course,
crowd, Brent.
The crowd has certainly picked up here.
Yeah. I always find at Lois Street, though, Naparima tends to get a lot of good support. And of course, Benedict,
they're here in the numbers.
Southern School, they are also here. So it's a good crowd at the moment here, building up nicely, and 1 or 2 spectators still looking to come in because it was an early kickoff at 3:30. So we're just getting back here into the action after that refreshment break. And it's at the back with Alexander. He gets it to Dimas. Williams chips it forward for Webb. St. Benedict's, they've got it all to do now. Got to get back in this game. They have a throw-in. Pascal, long ball looking for Panto. It's a good header from Williams. So here is the ball in the middle of the field. So the shot comes, it's low, but straight to the keeper. Of course, you don't want to miss the excitement of the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. So here is the ball played out. So they throw, sent downfield. Morris does well, gets it across. Oh, should have had a shot. Grant, he was trying to play it square on the left, but he had the shot. Sorry, he tried to pass it off, and it just didn't work. So here's Benedict, still in possession. Morin to Ochoa. Ochoa trying to get it to Malachi Webb. This is Webb, still Webb. He does very... Ochoa hits it over the bar. Well, he's missed a golden opportunity to equalize for St. Benedict. Malachi Webb doing all the hard work. Got to the byline, played it back for Ochoa. He tried to place it, Brad, but he was leaning back.
Yeah, he was leaning back. He was indecisive and just didn't look, of course, wanting to put that into the ball in the back of the net. And we've seen that a couple of times from St. Benedict's. They've got it themselves into positions and they just haven't executed the right way.
So a throw for Benedict. Half an hour gone here. Naparima, they lead by the 25th minute goal. Scored by the centre-back Cooper. As the throw sent in, Ochoa with the header, flicking it on. But it's picked up by Panto. He loses out. It's in the middle of the field there. Panto giving chase. So it's going to be a throw for Naparima. Bailey is going to take it. No, he's going to leave it for Francis, who's going to go long. Francis in the box, as well as Panto. Coming forward is the big number 4 in Pascal. There goes the long throw. Panto still in possession, but it's cleared away eventually. Grant can't keep it in. Bailey's going to take the throw. Gets it there towards Rajun. Rajun to Francis. Chips it forward. Think he's going to be offside. Yes, he is. So goalkeeper Devonish plays it out to his left, gets it to Niles. Niles does well, comes in field with it. Has to go back to Williams. Ball coming off of Panto, but right back to Morian in the middle of the field. Can't be kept in, so it's going to be a throw for Naparima. Panto just playing it off the body of Dimas, and it's going to be a corner for Naparima. Bailey is going to take the corner on the right side. There goes Bailey. Very instrumental in his free kick that Cooper headed on. So the question is he going to be looking for Cooper again? Because Cooper has gone up. So here goes Bailey with the free kick. Looking, yes, he was looking for Cooper, but it was headed away towards Forbes. Forbes, still in possession. Francis! Oh, that's a beauty! Oh, take a bow! Kenya Francis! He picked it up beautifully on his chest. He moved to the right and he smashed it into the corner of the net. Goalkeeper Devonish had absolutely no chance. And it's goal number 2 for Naparima in minute number 34. Kenya Francis makes it 2-0.
Yeah, and just out of nothing came this opportunity. All designed, fabricated, and executed by Francis, putting those young men on their feet and putting Naparima College up by 2-0. It was good initiative by Francis. His first touch out, and look at that for a shot. Give Devonish absolutely no chance. Couldn't get there. Could only stare at it at the back of the net. It's a good goal from Francis. St. Benedict's with a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do now. They're 2 goals down. And you have to say the 2 goals were really soft goals, but are really an excellent goal. You have to say from Francis. Well, this is Bailey, sends it back upfield. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. Panto. Still Panto. He's a real fighter up front. But St. Benedict's trying to come away with it. Morian goes down. Oh, he does well in the end. Morian gets it to his left, and the ball eventually settles with Morris. So there is the possession at the moment. Naparima 53% as opposed to 47%, and pass completion almost similar, 55% to Naparima and 56% to St. Benedict's.
I may have a Stewart's inquiry on that pass completion. It's just we have seen so many turnovers today.
That's right.
By both teams. And it has really impacted in the way this game has gone, as I said. But give credit to Naparima College. When they had the chance to execute, they've done it. And that's the reason why they're up by 2 goals. But you have to feel, Colin, a lot of what has transpired as it relates to, of course, Naparima being in the lead is down to St. Benedict's and some of their lack of application, the ability to control the football game, and of course they seem to rush to do things. And the talent is certainly there for St. Benedict's College. They just haven't been able to settle down and play in that way.
Yeah, they haven't been really able to execute. But here's a throw for Naparima with Bailey. Headed out by Morris. Naparima playing with 10 at the moment because man off the field is Pascal, was receiving some treatment and he's off the field still. So Naparima down to 10 at the moment. It's going to be a free kick for Naparima. A little bit of pushing on Bailey. So he's going to take the free kick. As Pascal comes back onto the field. This is Panto. Look, doing well, trying to turn his man. And it goes out. It's going to be a throw as it came off of Panto. So it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. Bailey with a very strong header. Panto is offside. It's going to be a free kick for Benedict's. St. Benedict's trailing here by 2-0. The goal scored by Josiah Cooper and Kenya Francis. Khalees goes back towards Alexander. Plays a good ball there towards Pascal. Khalees up to Forbes. Forbes trying to take on Williams. Slips in the process. And the ball goes out of play and Williams is going to take the throw. Panto doing well, shielding it nicely. Gets support from Pascal. Khalees. Goalkeeper Devenish. He came, didn't get there. Luckily for him, Alexander is in the way.
I tell you what, Colin, he's a lucky boy, Devenish. I just wondered for a second there, why is he coming out of his goal? There was no need. There was a defender in tow and would have been more suited to take care of that aspect of it. But Devenish rushed off his line and was almost, of course, punished for doing that.
Well, here's Ochoa looking for Niles. He does find Niles. Niles trying to come in field, but well won here by Khalees. Plays it to Forbes. Up to Panto, but back down wide. Making the run is Forbes. Oh, that's not a good ball. He was trying to get over to the far post to where France was, but couldn't get it. And it goes out. It's going to be a goal kick for Benedict. 39 and a half minutes gone. Naparima leading here by 2-0. It's Khalees. Volleys it back upfield. But it's picked up here by Pear. Plays it to Ochoa. This is Morris. Back to Ochoa. Trying to get Webb going down that right side. But it's played out and it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's.
Well, I think the combination of the conditions, Colin, the sun, of course, the unevenness of the surface here in Lewis Street, and the fact that there's a lot of traffic in the middle of the park has just not made this game a game of many passes connected. It's been, as I said, disjointed in many aspects, and both teams seem quite happy to go very direct. But of course, Naparima College seem to have enjoyed that more than St. Benedict's, hence the reason they're up 2-0.
Long ball again. Looking there for Panther. He's trying to find Francis, but it's played out. It's a good ball towards Grant. He gets Niles wide, gets the return ball, but it's played out by Khalees, and it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. This is Webb. He's got Morris wide. He's trying to find Morris, but it's well intercepted. It's picked up here by Pear. Ball played by Morian, back to Pear. They go wide with it now. The ball comes in, it's headed away. Pear. Does he look for this shot? He has the shot. Oh, not a bad effort. Just goes wide of the mark. But you could see him winning the ball back. The ball was sort of running away from him. He got over it nicely. Just wasn't able to control the shot.
Yes, a good effort by Pear. Always looked like he wanted to get on his right foot. And I'm not sure if goalkeeper Romain would have got to that. This is a chance.
Oh, it's on the back of the net. Niles. The loose ball came to Niles. He ran onto it and he banged it beautifully into the back of the net. And just like that, when you thought this game was slipping away from St. Benedict, they found a lifeline. They've come back in this game in the 43rd minute. There is Jeremiah Niles has made it 2-1.
But when they went 2 goals down, they never let their heads drop. This St. Benedict's College teams, you have to remember they are defending champions. And this is where their season starts. Ball is played across the goal by Webb. Look at Niles at the back post. As cool as you like, that's a good finish. Goalkeeper Romain stretching across and couldn't get there. to put the ball into the back of the net. 1 goal for St. Benedict's College, 2 for Naparima. College game on.
And very interesting, Brent. The timing of this goal is important.
Very important.
Before half
just
time.
before the half-time, you're correct. And you just felt, as you rightfully said, this game could have easily slipped away from St. Benedict's College. Will this now breathe some life into their charges?
So the team talk is certainly going to be different with both teams, isn't it?
Yes, we have another look at it. It's Webb plays it across. It's a good ball across. Alexander looks to have a little touch of it. But look at the finish by Niles. He could have easily blasted that over the bar.
That's right.
He made sure that he guided it into the back of the net. He didn't go for power.
Yeah.
He better guide it and gave people room in. Absolutely no chance.
But as you said, Brent, he didn't go for power. He went more for accuracy.
Correct.
It still had enough power to get the goalkeeper. Yeah.
And we talked a lot about executing in this game. We talked about the nerves. We talked about the ability, of course, of being consistent in what you do. And that was a good finish by Niles.
It certainly was. And he's a seasoned campaigner. He played a lot last year. Was one of the stars of the team last year. And he's showing his worth again.
Well, I tell you what, Colin, when you're champions, when you're down, when things are against you, it's extremely important for your quote-unquote big players or your experienced players to start to be counted. And today, Niles has been counted. And that man on your screen would be a lot happier man going into the halfway, cutting this deficit.
For sure. As Coach Randolph Boyce there in picture, still would not be a very happy man, but certainly would be relieved more than anything else that his halftime talk is going to change now with them just 2-1 down. So we're just in the final 30 seconds of this half and wait for how much added on time there will be. So just about 15 seconds left and added on time, and Naparima leading by 2-1. That's a deep clearance. We understand word is that there's going to be 4 minutes of added on time as Webb is down. So it's going to be, we have added on time onto the added on time.
Well, as you rightfully said, as we have another look at the collision here between Webb and Alexander, both heads colliding.
Yeah.
And
didn't realize Alexander was also down.
Yeah,
he is down as well. But both heads colliding, Brent, and it's never a nice thing, is it?
Yeah. Then it was a high clearance, and of course, with the surface being as firm as it is, the ball was always going to go back up after it hit the greenery. But I was about to say, Colin, you're right. The halftime speech is now going to change for Boyce, but I think just slightly, because a lot of what they've done incorrect has really impacted the way this game has gone for them, and they need to do better. Individual errors have been the downfall for St. Benedict so far.
Sure.
They've not been able to, of course, build on the talent and quality that they have in the park, because there are too many individuals that are making very basic errors. And of course, you go back to the first goal for Naparima College. It was an individual error, gave away a free kick, and of course, poor marking at the back post that allowed Naparima College's first goal. And again, for the second one, not closing down France quickly enough that allowed for the second. So if St. Benedict's College can tidy up on that aspect of things, Coach Boyce may feel they have a chance. Of course, they also have these young men here with the rhythm section to give them the extra impetus.
Well, the St. Benedict's rhythm section going on here, but as their team tries to come back, still, they're 2-1 down. The throw by France, gets it to Francis. Tries to get in between two players, but gets it to Rajun. He plays it to Pascal. Pascal plays a nice ball to Francis. Is he brought down? No, says the referee. Play on. As Pear plays it forward to Webb. Webb, this is a good run. This is a great run from Webb. Oh, he holds up the play. Gets it to Ochoa. He's trying to get his shot in. That's good tackling from Rajun, who had to come back, put in the tackle. There is the crowd. Big Naparima contingent here, as you would expect. It's their home ground.
Well, I just thought for a second there that Webb would have played that across.
I thought he would have gone for goal.
He decided to cut back onto his right foot, which I thought was not the right decision, because then that closed the opportunity to get a goal scoring chance. And he just showed a clear pair of heels, Colin, in terms of his ability to get past Alexander.
I tell you, Webb, Grant,
and Williams.
Webb, Grant, Ochoa, and Niles Brent, they are a pretty formidable force going forward.
Yeah, as we see, a little bit of skill there by that man France. Game is starting to heat up now.
Yeah, we should be in for a good second half. But it's still advantage Naparima at the moment. This is Morris. Couldn't keep it in. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. Is it Francis? It looks like Francis. It is Francis. Man who got the second goal for Naparima. He's going to take the throw. Tends to go long with these throws. Headed on. But finally it's going to be cleared upfield. These long high balls headed back by Cooper. Seems to be a good header of the ball. But it's played down. This is Grant. It's a good sliding tackle coming in from Bailey. So it's going to be a throw for Benedict. We have been playing the 4 minutes of added on time. So the referee is given maybe a minute or so more. We'll have to wait and see just how much he adds on to the added on time. This is Webb. Does well, but eventually
it's a good strong challenge there.
Yeah, he gives it away. Panto in a real tussle there with Dimas. It goes out. It's going to be a throw for Benedict. France sends it upfield. Aimless really to no one in particular. It's picked up by Williams. Finds Niles. Always seems to be free on that far side. Tries to get inside of Forbes. It comes off of Forbes. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict. Williams plays it forward. And I think there is a free kick. Referee Timothy Derry indicating that it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict. So the kick has been taken. Pair. Well, very ambitious indeed. Goes high over the bar. And with that, referee Derry has said it's over. The first half, it's over. It's 2-1. Naparima, they lead. The goals coming from Cooper and Francis. Niles in the 43rd minute made it 2-1 for St. Benedict. So we're at the half here at Lois Street in Naparima, the home of Naparima College. They are leading at the moment by 2-1. We're at the half, so we're going to take a break and then we're going to come back right here at Lois Street in Naparima in San Fernando with the home team leading 2-1.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership. Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.
Welcome back here to Lois Street in San Fernando, the home of Naparima College, and the home team. They lead at halftime against St. Benedict's by 2-1 here at this. Let's have a look at the highlights of the first half. Well, there was the first chance really going to France. It was played back by Panto and France put it wide. And there was Forbes twisting, turning with it. And the ball picked up there, flicked on now to Panto. He was going a wild challenge coming in the end there by Alexander, who was booked for it. The free kick went to the far post. Cooper with a header. He headed it down and went into the back of the net. A wonderful free kick by Bailey. It was floated nicely. It hung in the air. Cooper headed it beautifully and headed it down, and it went bounced and over the head of the goalkeeper. And just like that, in minute number 25, Naparima, they've taken the lead to the delight of their fans. But more was to come as Forbes was having a shot, not much trouble, didn't have the power to really beat the keeper. But Forbes was at it again. This time, he played a ball in field. It was picked up by Francis, and he hammered it beautifully into the back of the net in the 34th minute. What a good goal. And then it was not over yet. The header going from France, but there was a shot now coming from Benedict. So it was end-to-end stuff at the moment. And then Webb got around his man, chipped it. The ball went over to the far side. In came Niles, and what a finish by that young man. Jeremiah Niles. He hit it beautifully. His control was beautiful, and it got past the keeper to make it 2-1 for St. Benedict's. And that's where we are at the half. And let's go downstairs to Brent. Brent is down there to talk about the stats.
Thank you very much, Colin. We look at the stats of the first half, Lou. Of course, 4 shots, 8 in total between both teams. 2 on target for Naparima, 1 for St. Benedict's College. Of course, the fouls department, 6. No yellow cards, no red cards so far. Well, excuse me, 1 yellow card for St. Benedict's College. That was that foul by Alexander, which eventually led to the goal. But as we scroll along, Lou, we look at the possession. Of course, 52% for Naparima College, 48% for St. Benedict's College. Of course, Lou, what does that stats tell you as it relates to the first half?
Yes, well, of course, the score being the major start, it doesn't exactly, reflect what happened in the game. I think it's a game much in the balance as the shots for the possession, 52-48, much in the balance. A lot of balls being given away in the midfield, a bit scrappy here and there, but definitely some great goals being scored.
And mentioned that, of course, it's been very scrappy. If we looked at the pitch here and the surface, we talked a little bit, Colin and I, about it. It's quite bumpy and undulating and unpaved as it relates. The sun's quite hot, so it's firm as well. So it does make it very difficult to control the football and, of course, to move the football around. As we look to the second half, Lou, what do you expect from both teams?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you mentioned that as well, because both teams will have to tighten up in the midfield. They'll have to be aware of the surface, how it bounces and whatnot, and they'll need to be a little more defensively solid, especially St. Benedict's. The 2 goals could have been a little bit better defended, so I expect to see that from Benedict's especially.
Well, of course, Naparima College scoring right before the half. That makes it very interesting. The score here is 2-1, but of course, Hans is somewhere there in the stands. Fans are excited. Second half to come. Hans, where are you?
I am in the stands with St. Benedict's fans, Miss Pravat, who is actually a parent, and Mr. Eastman, who's the under-13 and under-14 coach for St. Benedict's. How do you all feel about the first half, and what do you think are the chances of St. Benedict's coming back to take this one?
Always excellent chances. We never underestimate our boys. They are the comeback kings. As we proved last year, when people thought we were down, we came up and we showed them something. Yes, we've had a kind of hard start this season, but believe me, we're building the energy, and I loved how they played. They have the energy, a lot of attempts on goal, a lot of shots from a distance. I have confidence in them.
Mr. Eastman, your thoughts?
Well, definitely, she said we are the Lions, and we definitely don't give up.
All right, well, they're coming to bite. Well, who is your son on the team?
My son is the second goalkeeper, Samuel Glasgow.
All right, well, we look at the first goalkeeper. Here's Mr. Thane Devonish. He is our player feature for today, St. Benedict's College.
Well, the preparation physically has been tough as we out here whole day, every day. And mentally, have some days when we down, but we know we had to come up again and push through. Playing in this current format, I think it will be less difficult as we put in the work whole of pre-season, and I think my team is ready. The past player I look up to is Jahir Buckmeyer. I started in front of him for the SSFL, but he came up and he saved us for Intercol. And he's just overall a great keeper, and I would like to strive to be like him. My mentor is Terence Lewis, because he's out here training me very hard every day for me to be the better keeper. My goals this season is to keep the ball out the net as much as possible and give my team the win. What gives my team the advantage is our technical ability to bring the ball out the back, pass it around the players and shoot. What keeps me motivated is being able to hold the same trophy that I held last year.
Naparima College are in charge. 2-1 the score here with Vinesh, the leader of the rhythm section. Vinesh, how you felt about the first half? What you expected in the second?
You know, I am very proud of the team, the determination they bring out on the pitch. Obviously we have the lead, so it's great. Second half, I just want us to maintain the composure, maintain the patience, and let's see to score more goals and defend. Well, we're looking forward to the support of the rhythm section as we get ready to take a look at Naparima College's goalkeeper, Tyrese Romain. This is the engine room, this is the rhythm section for Naparima College. Give us some rhythm now. Okay, let's go.
Come rhythm section.
I stay motivated through the tournament and tough practices by always taking my coach's advice and looking back in certain games as to what mistakes I made so I will not face them in the future. Due to the amount of mature and experienced players from last year, they give us a big advantage because they will also motivate the younger players coming up. For the home games, we will have a big advantage due to our fans giving us that momentum to go through the game. My pre-game rituals before a game, watching some goalkeeping clips of goalkeepers I admire, such as Manuel Neuer, also eating, consuming something light and listening to some music. Past player I look up to is Levi Fernandez. I will say I look up to him because in the way in which he motivates his players and he has full confidence of himself on and off the pitch. The biggest mentor right now is my mom. She always motivates me to do well, even so. Whenever I face hard times, difficult times, she always gives me the best advice possible. My goals this season to go through every game with a clean sheet to win out all the titles this season.
Premiership. to SSFL Premiership Division.
Well,
welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.
Here we are, 2-1, Naparima College against St. Benedict's College here. We're at the Lois Street ground in San Fernando, the home of Naparima College. And here is the teams making their way back out onto the field as there is bits of the field, Brent. We talked about how hard the field is, and you can see there it's very dry, it's very hard.
Yeah, and it's important to note that that strip that you see there is the cricket strip. Of course, this is a multi-facility. It's used for football during the season, and of course cricket outside. But that particular strip and outside of it shows, of course, the unevenness of the ground, and it made it a challenge really to pop the ball around pass balls and connect passes. And of course, it's have not made
well,
it
here we go with the live action, Brent, of the second half. And it's 2-1, as we just said. Naparima leading at the moment, as here is going to be a throw early in the second half for Naparima. So there is a substitution for Naparima. Antonio Hills is the man on, and Jelani Kalis is off. So I'm just wondering, Brent, with that substitution, is it a situation where they're going to put a little more pressure on Niles? And when I say pressure, maybe get a little closer to him.
Well, I think it's a more like-for-like change.
Because it appears that Bailey, in fact, has come across to the right side.
Yeah, and
but here's Niles as we talk, and Bailey is there hitting it off of Niles, so it's going to be a throw for Naparima. So Hills has come on, but Hills has gone to the left-back position.
Yeah, and
Bailey has come across to the right side.
And it's certainly, of course, designed to keep Niles quiet, because he had acres of space, Colin, when he slotted that ball into the back of the net.
Well, here is Naparima.
This could be trouble.
Forbes, he's pushed it a little too far ahead of him. It's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, I just thought for a moment there Forbes has turned the corner and was about to put it into the back of the net. Again, Naparima College already starting positively.
Well, ball sent upfield, but it's going to be a throw for Naparima. Yeah, they have started positive again and putting St. Benedict's under pressure. I would have thought it may have been the other way around. As St. Benedict's trailing, they would have started quicker, but they haven't. And that ball goes to Devonish. Well, in the end, it turned out to be a good kick. This is Niles. Brandt trying to turn with it, not successful. But it's in the middle of the field here with Moreno. Oh, sorry, Morian. Morian is the man. And it's played further upfield as Benedict's trying to string a few passes together. Holding possession nicely. Goes back towards Morris. But they eventually give it away to Francis as Naparima coming down the field with it now. This is Panto. Running at this in Benedict's defense. But I think he's gonna, not I think, he definitely runs out of space. And the ball's gone outside and it's gonna be a goal kick for St. Benedict. St. Benedict's rhythm section there. In certainly livening up the proceedings. as St. Benedict's on the field. They would want to liven things up. But Naparima in possession with Forbes. But he gives it away. It's picked up by Dimas. Morian. Well won back here by Naparima. Ball played wide towards Forbes. Does well in the end. Turns nicely with it. Plays a good ball. But intercepted. Again, we see the passes not able to string 3 and 4 passes together. Neither team. But Webb, he again loses out. And they're going to start all over from the back. Bailey playing that ball downfield, but it's sent right back up by Williams. It's going to be a throw again for Naparima. Bailey is going to take it. Forbes giving chase here. Is he going to keep it in? Does well, no, it goes out, and it's going to be a goal kick for St. Benedict. So coming up to 5 minutes in the second half, still Naparima holding on to that 2-1 lead. Niles being hustled by Bailey. It's picked up by Williams, taken nicely on the chest by Grant. And put out of play by Cooper, the man who scored the first goal for Naparima. Another throw for Naparima. Williams. A little bit of pull in there on Niles, so it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict's. Remember, it was a similar position when Naparima opened the scoring. A free kick just around this area from Bailey. He let it hang towards the far post. Cooper ran onto it. Let's see what Niles is going to do with this free kick. But he curls it more to the first post. And certainly attacking that ball there.
It just needed the right touch, didn't it?
That's right.
It was a well-flighted ball. Had a lot of curl on it. And a lot of pace on it as well, Colin.
Dimas was the one running in, but couldn't control it, could he?
Couldn't control it. And you just think with the right touch, certainly would have given, of course, goalkeeper Romain something to think about. Another look at it here. Good switched in. And maybe he should have done better there. Second look at it. I don't know why he didn't decide to put his head on it. It was good height. And maybe he would have never really got good connection. I'd have to put that down as a chance, Colin.
Yeah, yes, definitely, no doubt. Well, it's going to be a free kick for, or is it a throw? Let's wait and see the decision. It seems to be a throw. Yes, it is. Sent infield towards Morian. Still in possession. Is he brought down? No, says the referee. It's kicked downfield. Panto is giving chase. And it comes off. Oh, well, I thought it came off of Panto, but the referee is saying no, came off of Alexander. And so it's going to be a free, so it's going to be a throw for Naparima. Crowd continues to build here. We have a wonderful crowd here now at Lois Street here in San Fernando, the home of Naparima. Here's a header from Forbes over the bar. Yeah, a wonderful crowd. The stand is packed now. There's so many people here. They're starting to line the field. There is the picture of the stand in the back that's completely full. And there you see now the crowd starting to come on towards the rope that will keep them from getting onto the field. It's always well supported up here in Naparima, isn't it, Brent.
Yeah, and especially when, of course, it's against one of their southern rivals. And St. Benedict's College, certainly with the success they've had last season and seasons before that, this game has had extra meaning to it. Of course, when you talk about southern football, you talk about Prez, Naps, and of course, St. Benedict's College.
And a few years ago, there was a team or school called Shiva Boys
as well, correct.
Yeah, they were super, weren't they? That was one of my favorite teams, actually. Here's a chance for Benedict. Well, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he hesitated.
Yeah, Romain hesitated. He gave me an impression he was coming, and then for some reason he stopped.
Well, I think he may have thought that Cooper had dealt with it in the necessary way.
Well, here comes Naparima with the Francis, man who got the second goal. Gets it to France. That's a good tackle. It's going to be a throw for
Well, look at it again here. Romain eventually, I think he just stood his ground and I was hoping that eventually the ball comes his way. Certainly didn't make a decision either way.
Well, Bailey with the header, but he's fouled and it's going to be a free kick for Naparima. So 10 minutes have gone in the second half. Naparima holding on to this 2-1 lead. Player down at the moment, it seems to be Morian. Keanu Morian is down. Seems to be some sort of muscular injury, but he's getting up, and I think he's going to make his way off. So some treatment. Doesn't seem to be walking badly. A slight limp. So there is a substitution for Naparima. Akil Vespri is going on for France.
Again, I was a bit surprised when I saw the starting lineup and that young man that's coming on the pitch wasn't on it. Vespri, I know he's carrying a bit of an injury, but he's certainly an impact player.
So confirmation of the substitution, 11, Akil Vespri for Arion France. So Naparima in possession. Everybody from St. Benedict's in their own half. Sent downfield. Headed towards Niles. He takes it down nicely. He's looking around, looking for some support. Gets it from Grant. Sorry, that's not Grant. Was giving him that ball back was Ochoa, but wasn't a good ball. And Naparima regained possession. It's with Alexander. He gets it to Cooper. Cooper goes wide towards Hills. Back to Cooper. So they're trying to play it out from the back. It's with Bailey now. So they're taking their time at the moment. Sends that long ball forward. And eventually, let's see, it's going to come to Forbes. He plays it back there towards Francis, who was trying to get it in field. It comes off of the St. Benedict's defender, and Francis himself takes it through. As Naparima, the shot comes, never got over it at all. Was Pascal. He took control of it. He pushed it once. Was being hustled a little bit into the shot, but still, he was never in control of it. So here comes Niles for Benedict's. Going the wrong way, but he's helped out by Pear, who plays a good ball right across the field. This is Morian, who's back on the field, looking to get it wide to Webb. And it's kept in. So it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. Was kept in by Hills. Morris playing that ball forward to Webb. Chips it in field to Ochoa. Really and truly, I'm not sure what he was trying to do because that header had no power. So in no way if it was going to goal, it would have beaten the keeper. Went outside, goal kick for Naparima.
Yeah, and it looked like he tried to guide it as we have another view of it here. Webb with the cross ball and Ochoa. I don't think he was quite sure what part of the area he was.
Yeah, I think
may have felt he was a bit closer.
Yeah, and maybe guide it across the face
correct.
of the goal. Yeah.
It didn't work out that way.
Well, here's the goal kick sent downfield. It's picked up by Forbes. Flicked on by Panto, but it's won back here. That's good football in the middle of the field by Francis. Gets it wide to the man who has come on as a substitute in Vespri. Vespri plays it back in field to Rajun. See, in the meantime, Forbes is the man down. So the referee Derry is coming across to him. So, see the Naparima players just quickly going for a drink of water. So Forbes is still down at the moment, just out of our picture. He's still being treated. And it's going to be a free kick for Naparima, but not until Forbes gets treatment and comes off the field. In the meantime, St. Benedict's making a substitution. Jermaine Niles, number 10, is coming off. And Daniel Jones is coming on for Niles. Not too sure, Brent, if it's going to be a like for like. He's going to go wide on the left.
Well, of course, the last time we saw Jones was at Samoa North game, and previously before that the NGC Cup, where he scored that unbelievable goal with that magical first touch. And I just feel that they've decided to put him to lead the line a bit, may have go to two strikers. Of course, with that man Jones and Grant up front, maybe it's a possibility.
Well, the ball goes all the way back to Hills. Real tussle at the moment, and we see the referee has gone across to give a yellow card. Is it Mulrain? The coach has got a yellow card. I think the coach, Travis Mulrain, has got a yellow card. We'll get confirmation on that in a while, but it appears to me that coach Travis Mulrain got a yellow card. Well, here is the ball played infield, and it's a looping try that goes just wide. Well, there was no way they knew exactly where that ball was going from Jones, and he was trying to flick it over his head, and it went just wide. But here goes Francis for Naparima. That's a good challenge, excellent challenge, coming in from Pear. The ball played up. It's in the... This is a ball chip forward. Hills is there. So yes, confirmation of that yellow card goes to Travis Mulrain, the coach, and we understand it was for dissent. Of course, there is coach Travis Mulrain. He's got to be careful. So confirmation of the yellow card going to the Naparima College coach, Travis Mulrain. So the long throw comes in, goes back to Morris, sends a ball. This is a good ball. Keeper comes, Didn't hold it cleanly, but did well enough. Well, we understand Malik, they're in the lead against Arima North by 2-0. So that's one of the results we have for you. That's a bit of a surprise. Forbes losing out. This is Jones, the man who has come on as a substitute. He is brought down. I'll be surprised if referee Derry doesn't pull that yellow card of his. And yes, he's given the yellow card. Looked to be Rajun. Was it? No? Alexander got the yellow card. Tyrell Alexander. One of the centre halves, so he's got to be careful. So the free kick for St. Benedict. The trail here. 65 minutes have gone. They still trail by 2-1. Can this be their moment? Morian with the free kick. He goes for goal. Oh, it comes down the keeper. It's in the back of the net. Offside flag is up though. The offside flag is up. Well, this is going to be interesting, Brent. The keeper made a mess of the free kick from Morian.
Yeah, he just didn't look sure. Romain in goal. And once it left his feet here, yeah, it's an offside. Looking at the two St. Benedict players. And I'm not sure they needed to be offside because the ball spilled out far enough that if they'd kept themselves onside, they would have been able to, of course, get it. There's Jones. Oh, this could be... I tell you what, that was very close.
Edge of the box, Jones.
And all of a sudden...
He's come on and he's been a handful, isn't it? See a yellow card again coming out. And I think it's Cooper this time, the other central defender. So both centre backs now, Brent, are booked. And this is a very interesting position here. You have to think, if this free kick is well taken by Morian, it could suddenly be 2-2. Well, just some scores. Bishops leading St. Mary's by 2-1. Speyside, they are leading Mukarapu 1-0, so the Tobago teams are doing well. St. Anthony's, they are 4-1 up against Pleasantville. Presentation and Fatima goalless at the moment. Samoa North leading Trinity by 1-0. And as we said, Arima North, they're leading Malik 2-0. Sorry, they're losing to Malik 2-0. But here is the free kick. Morian is over the ball. You have to think, if this is on target, St. Benedict should be back in the game. This is in a wonderful position for young Morian. Here is Morian. It's hit the West goal. It's taken a deflection. Well, Morian is going to claim it. 68 minutes. St. Benedict's are back in it. 2-2. He doesn't care if it took a deflection, if it didn't take a deflection.
Yeah,
it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, it took a deflection. It looks like Panto on its way. Romain went after it, but I think once it came off the head of Panto, it slightly changed the trajectory of it, and it eluded eventually the gloves of Romain. But I tell you what, Colin, you just sensed that was coming from St. Benedict's College, and now we have a game in our hands.
So after 68 and a half minutes here at Lois Street, the home of Naparima, it's Naparima College 2, St. St. Benedict's College 2. What a game we have on our hands. So we just want a correction here on the game between Arima North and Malik. We gave it as Malik leading by 2-0. But in fact, Arima North, they are leading by 2-0, and their form continues. You've got to be careful of that Arima North team, Brent.
Yeah, as I said before, they look well organized, and certainly a team that has a huge chunk of determination in what they're trying to achieve. And now they're starting to score goals, so turning the table.
All of a sudden, St. Benedict's, they're looking a different team.
Yeah.
Here goes Jones. Romain does well. Timed that well, came out, collected the ball in with both hands. But in the meantime, a player is down. I think it's Jones as well, is it? He was fighting for that ball.
Yeah,
but he has made a huge difference. Yeah. What a good substitution by the St. Benedict's technical team.
And what he's been is direct. He's been running direct, making runs in behind, and he's been difficult to pick up in all that he does. And all of a sudden, it has changed the complexity of what we've seen from St. Benedict's College. Now they're a team with a lot better focal point.
Well, we're having the refreshment break at the moment, but we have 20 minutes to go, plus added on time. And I tell you, folks, don't go nowhere. This is heading for a real thrill. The spectators are being pushed back now. We have a tremendous crowd here at the Naparima ground, and the police are intervening, and they're taking the rope back and asking the spectators. It's out of our picture at the moment, but they're asking our spectators to go back because they were encroaching onto the field. Even though there is rope. Remember in the old days, Brent, you suddenly, if you're in the crowd, you suddenly hear somebody say, horse coming, horse.
What I was about to say, when you talk about, of course, and when we look at some of the updates here, it's still 0-0, Fatima versus Present. Interesting score. Of course, the correction, Arima North secondary leading Malik by 2-0. You know, since we've had Malik, here on SportsMax, they've seemed to have a downward trajectory, Colin, which is a bit surprising because a team that had a lot of promise, and of course they've had a couple injuries. That must be noted, and since then they've struggled for results. San Juan North, interestingly, 1-0 up against Trinity East, and that's, of course, an Eastern derby of some sorts, and Queens Royal College 0-0 with Chaguanas North.
I'm surprised at that.
And of course, the team from Tobago, Speyside,
they're doing well.
They're up by 1-0 to East Mocrapo. So
we haven't got the St. Mary's scores yet.
Yeah, it's some surprising scores so far, but it's certainly all to play for. Of course, Bishops at the half was leading St. Mary's 2-1.
That's right, yes. We did have that. But here we restart the action since the refreshment break. And this ball is going to go to Devonish. Look at the bounce on that ball.
He had a second thought about that because obviously he was looking to rush off of his line and just realized that the ball is bouncing a bit higher than he is.
So that is going to be played out, and it's going to be a throw for Benedict's. But I tell you, you're looking at this game now, and I suppose if you had to pick a winner, I would think it would be St. Benedict's because they're looking much more composed at the moment.
Well, yes, they're certainly the team in the ascendancy, and it's simply because they've decided.
And look, another good ball here, and Webb trying to get it across, but that's good defending by Hills. But Benedict's, they still have a throw.
Yeah, and when you look at Naparima College, they've dropped the line, and they're starting to obviously play a bit deeper. And they were more on their front foot in the first half. They need to get back to that, because they're certainly allowing St. Benedict's not only the territorial advantage, but they're starting to allow them to, obviously, to believe.
Well, it's clear downfield, and look at that. There's no one. Where is Pantor? Because he used to be chasing these. Here is another. Oh, that's good in the end. It turned out to be really good by Bailey. And he sends the ball down to Forbes. He's in a real tussle here with Williams. And eventually, it goes out for a throw. Haven't seen much of Forbes either in the second half. Ball headed on by Grant, but Jones was coming for it as well. A little bit of miscommunication between both of them, and not a very good clearance. So this is Jones. A little bit of fancy work that didn't pay off. Through for St. Benedict's. So the throw is going to be taken by, let's have a look. It seems to be Williams is going to take the throw. In the meantime, player is down. So he's going to get some treatment as the physio makes her way onto the field. So the man getting some treatment and coming off the field there is Forbes. Second time he's getting some treatment. So there is the possession, 53% for St. Benedict, which is expected the way things have been going, to 43. And pass completion though, 51% Naparima, 46% for St. Benedict. So coming up to 75 minutes of this game. We've just got 15 minutes to go. And it's still St. Benedict's 2, Naparima 2. The ball headed out. Turning with it was Webb, but finally cleared up field. Panto is going to give chase, but it's picked up here wide on that right side by Morris. Does well, Morris. Comes in field with it, but it's one back here by Naparima. Oh, Forbes goes down. I think he's going to have to come off. Unless he just slipped. Yeah, it just seems to be a slip because he's been treated already. But there he goes. Gives it back to Williams, who sends a high looping ball. Oh, it hits Webb. Oh, good save. It comes back to Webb. He puts it in the back of the net. 77 minutes. Webb has turned this game completely on its head. It was initially a good save by Romain, but the rebound came to Webb and he put it away. Bad header from Hills.
And he had 2 bites at the cherry here. Good save by Romain initially, but Webb on the follow-up. And they've been very tentative defensively and seemingly on their back foot. And for all of their hard work in the first half, it's certainly been undone by the way they've applied themselves in the second half. 3 goals to do. St. Benedict's College are up. And you just wonder, Colin, is that enough to come away with a famous victory here at Lewis Street? What do the champions of pass have in their locker?
Well, it was a bad header from Hills, the man who came on as a substitute. With the header, he headed it into the path of Webb. Webb pushed it, had the shot, was saved initially by Romain. The rebound came and Webb put it away. So here is Naparima now. Suddenly, they find themselves behind. Going forward there with it is Bailey. And eventually, it goes out of play. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict.
You just think, Colin, somehow, somewhere, Naparima College need to get back to what they did in the first half.
Well, there is Grant flicking it on towards Jones, and let's see, a little bit of pushing on the part of Alexander and Jones, so it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict's. Alexander's going to take it. Sends it into the heart of the defense. Grant was going for the challenge, but it comes to Forbes. He's been full of running. Sends it downfield. And it's cleared away. Taking no chances there was Dimas. sends it out for a throw. So the throw quickly taken. Sends it back to Francis. Long, high, looping ball. Really meant to be a cross from Francis. Just got it wrong. And goalkeeper Devonish just allowed it to go over the bar. There's some of the fans here. We have had real good support for these two teams.
Yeah, it's certainly been a really entertaining atmosphere in all sorts. Certainly the fans have had their say, Colin.
Oh, for sure. No one really in control. Jones goes down, but the referee says it's a fair challenge. Sent downfield. As Naparima looking to come forward again with it. Oh, it does well. Tries to get it back to Forbes. And it's sent in field. This is Francis trying to get control of it. And in the end, a foul on Morian. It's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict. We are in the final 10 minutes. It's St. Benedict's. They lead here at the home of Naparima on Lois Street in San Fernando. They lead by 3-2, having come from 2 goals down. They look dead, they look buried, and all of a sudden, they woke up 2 minutes before the half, and they've never looked back from there. They have dominated the second half as they go forward again with Webb. He's been really a handful for them. We see Naparima with his substitution. Panto is coming off. And Ogaro is coming on for Pantor. So Pantor is off. Number 14 and number 9, Nicholas Ogaro, is the man on. Or Nathaniel Ogaro is the man on. I rechristened the guy and I wasn't even at the christening. Here is St. Benedict's in possession as they come forward again with it through Ochoa. But Naparima regaining possession. This is taken down on the chest, but the referee is saying was a foul committed, or was it handball? I think it took it down, but the referee felt he used his hand. It's going to be a free kick for Naparima. Actually, no. Sorry, it was the foul committed earlier before the pass was made. So it's going to be a free kick for Naps just inside the St. Benedict's half. This is a good ball, but straight into the hands of Devonish. Took it well. Was well judged by the keeper. Here comes St. Benedict's again. It's with Webb. Plays a good ball to Daniel. Can't keep his foot in. He was trying to go wrong. Hills. And couldn't do it. Actually was trying to go wrong. Cooper. And the ball has gone out for a goal kick. Romain with a kick. Forbes as well to keep it in. But there was Ogaro trying to play it back to him. And it goes out. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. Williams with the throw. Going up line to Grant. Jones is giving chase. And Alexander does the safe thing. Plays it into touch. It's going to be a throw for Benedict's. Naparima taking the lead in the 25th minute through Cooper. And in the 34th minute, Francis made it 2-0. Niles in the 43rd minute reduced the deficit to 2-1 for St. Benedict. And then in the 68th minute, Morian made it 2-2. And in the 77th minute, Webb made it 3-2. Here's Romain with the goal kick. Alexander to Cooper. Started the scoring. Cooper for Naparima. As that ball is played up towards Webb. Oh, he gives it away as Naparima trying to come down that left side. That's a good run. They've won themselves a goal kick because it was a good challenge in the end. Coming from, looked to be Morris making the challenge, and it so we've got about 6.5 minutes to go. Have to wait and see who is the player of the game here. So far there are a few contenders, but here's Jones, but he loses out. Long ball forward. Headed away. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. This is Forbes. Brought down. It's going to be a free kick. Brought down by Williams. It's Forbes. So is goalkeeper Devonish. Has been beaten twice for the afternoon. We have 4.5 minutes to go and added on time. Can Naparima get back into this with this free kick? Here is the free kick to the far post. Devonish pushes it away. Does very well indeed. It's picked up by Hills. He's going to pump it back in field. The heads go up again, but it's ill-directed. The header, and it's going to be a goal kick for St. Benedict's.
It's a good brave goalkeeping there by Devonish. Just thought for a second with Cooper ghosting back post that he may connect again with the head, but Devonish made sure. And as the clock winds down here, you are starting to wonder where's the desperation from Naparima, because they need to find a way back into it.
Well, long ball again played. This is Morris. Does well, plays it out into touch, and it's going to be a throw for Naparima. Time is running out for them. 3.5 minutes to go. May see 6 or so minutes, Brent, have added on time. But you have to think they've got to push bodies forward to get this equalizer. Here's Francis with the throw. The heads go up and it's headed out. Let's see, it's going to be a corner. So a left-sided corner for Naparima. Morris is going to take it. Sorry, it's Bailey is gone across. Here is the corner. And it's put out of play. So not a bad corner from Bailey going towards that far post.
Yeah, not a bad corner, but I'm not sure what they tried to attempt there. Looked like it was easier to just get your head onto it.
So there's Grant. Looking to get Webb going. He can't control it. In a little bit of a tussle with Hills. Hills has to play it out. Or can Webb keep it in? No, he's letting it run out. Sensible thing to do. Well, we have 7 minutes of added on time. So here is Naparima coming forward again. Trying to get things going. And this is not a bad ball. It comes wide towards Morris. but cleared away, back upfield. Offside. Called against Jones, so it's going to be a free kick for Naparima. We have just about a minute to go. We understand there is going to be 7 minutes of added on time. Romain pumps it forward. The heads go up. And Jones is going to be offside again. The thing with Jones, man, he's just standing. He's not coming back out. Somebody needs to tell him, listen, young man, you need to run out with the play.
Well, I think no one's going to tell him because there's no one around him. He's there all by himself.
That's true. Long ball played.
Yeah, it was poor.
And not a good ball, so it's going to be a goal kick for St. Benedict's. We are coming up to full time. And 7, as I said, 7 minutes of added on time. Can Naparima somehow, somewhere, conjure up an equalizer? Or can St. Benedict put the nail in the coffin and score a 4th one? It's with Ochoa. Gets it forward, looking for Webb. He is hustling Hills. Hills has to play it out. We are into added on time. 7 minutes of it. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's, very close to that corner flag. It's with Ochoa. So they've won. They're trying to run down the clock. This time he goes inside to Grant. Cleared downfield. Vespri can't keep it in. So it's going to be a throw. Ochoa is going to take the throw. Sends it forward, trying to get Webb going. He can't control it. It's going to be a goal kick for Naparima. Given to Hills. Pumping it forward. But Pear is there. Morian. In a real tussle with Ogaru. It's sent back upfield. This is Webb. Hills is there. Webb gets the better of him. Let's see. It's going to be a corner. So it came off of Hills last. So there is the assistant referee on the far side. Signaling a corner for St. Benedict's. Ochoa has gone for it short. So they're going to try and kill some time here. So Ochoa in possession, trying to kill this, run the clock down. Samoa Trinity, we understand Samoa has gone 2-1 up against Trinity. Fatima and Prez still goalless. As another corner, and there they go, trying to run this clock down, but it's cleared upfield. Ogaru is there heading it back on, but this is good work here by Pear. Is he going to look for the shot? He has the shot. It's a weak one and it's wide. Goal kick for Naparima. We have 3 minutes of the 7 has gone. Naparima fighting to get on level terms. St. Benedict defending stoutly. Here is Naparima sending that ball forward. Well defended, but Forbes picks it up. Gets it towards Francis, but it's cleared away. Going to be a throw for Naparima. Well, we have some very bad news for all Fatima supporters because we understand presentation has gone 1 goal up against Fatima, which means if that result stays, the only unbeaten team in the league will be beaten. So here is the ball played and to Forbes. Can he control it? He does. Tries to get it wide. Hills in possession. Webb. I think, Brent, you're looking for a man of the match. I would like to nominate Malachi Webb.
Your nomination,
just for now.
Your nomination has been accepted.
Tell you what, Keanu Morian in the midfield has also been pretty good. Ochoa, Pear, I think the St. Benedict's midfield has been pretty good. Here's Devonish taking down a ball. He's been good in goal as well. You know, you look at the scores, Brent, and you look at the standings, and the league this year seems to be much more competitive. There are about 4 or 5 teams on any given day can beat each other.
Yeah, and it would suggest, Colin, that this might just go down to the wire.
Yeah. Well, here's that ball played forward to Ogaru. It's played out. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. We have a minute and a half left. St. Benedict's holding on. It's desperation defending now. As Francis with a long one. Into the box. The heads go up. Jones slips on the ball. And this is Bailey. Bailey goes for the return. It's well defended. We are in the final minute. Can Naparima be beaten on their home ground? We're about 45 seconds away from that. Cleared away again. This is good defending by St. Benedict's. 30 seconds left. Francis with another long throw into the box. Nobody. Every man jack in St. Benedict's is back in their area. Headed away. Francis, this time, he sends the cross to the far post. The heads go up. Let's see. He's going to go down. No, says the referee. Get up as they come away with it. Webb in a breakaway with Jones. Jones sends it back to Webb. Here's Webb. Malachi Webb. Oh, he pushes it too far. Well, he's claiming that he was hacked down, but the referee was on spot. And the whistle goes to indicate a 3-2 victory for St. Benedict's. They have done it the hard way. The joy here is unbelievable. The excitement here is unbelievable. At halftime, it was Naparima in front. After 34 minutes, Naparima had this game sewn up at 2-0. And all of a sudden, from minute 43, the tide turned. Niles made it 2-1. And then in the 68th minute, Morian 2-all. And Webb in the 77th minute made it 3-2. And St. Benedict's, they are dancing. We want to say goodbye to the viewers on TV6, and we hope you've enjoyed the excitement here at Lois Street, the home of Naparima. Goodbye to the viewers on TV6. So let's have a look at the highlights of this game. Real excitement here from the very first whistle as referee Timothy Derry sent proceedings away. And Naparima were on the ascendancy they took the early game to St. Benedict's. There was a chance for Benedict's. It went just wide. Then we had, again, a header from Forbes going over the bar. And St. Benedict's with their chance. And all of a sudden, St. Benedict's starting to pile on the pressure on Naparima. The free kick coming in and scoring the goal was Jones, but it was not given as offside. Then the equalizer, Keanu Morian made it 2-2. And then Malachi Webb put the icing on the cake when he scored from a rebound. It was initially a very good save by the keeper. It came back to Malachi Webb and he slotted it into the back of the net. To have the St. Benedict's fans jumping for joy all over this Lois Street venue. And all of a sudden, St. Benedict's, they were in the lead at 3-2. And then there is the ball coming off of Hills onto the body of Webb, and the rebound from the keeper was put away from Malachi by Malachi Webb to make it St. Benedict's 3-2. And for all the pressing Naparima press, they just could not get back in the game. So again, we saw in the end they tried for all they were worth. The shot coming from Francis over the bar, and there was the final whistle. You saw the joy of the St. Benedict supporters. They were all over the field. Let's go across to Brent with a look at the stats. He's got hands with him.
We are here on the pitch, Brent Sancho, looking at the statistics. What does it say about today's game?
Well, of course, the main stat is the one up top. St. Benedict's winning by 3-2. Of course, 6 shots by Naparima College, 8 by St. Benedict's. Of course, 2 of those 6 on target, 4 from St. Benedict's on target. As we scroll down, of course, from a card's perspective, 3 from Naparima, 2 for St. Benedict's College, and offsides, 3 in total, 2 for Naparima, 1 for St. Benedict's College. 6 saves collectively, of course, at the bottom, 51%, which is a very interesting odds, because when we looked at the first half, it was more of a Naparima show. That turned, of course, in a significant way in the second half, and that buoyed St. Benedict's eventually to a win.
Indeed. Well, Leo Chin, he is with the man of the match for today's game. Leo.
I am match himself. Malachi is your trophy, well deserved, and congrats on the winner. Not only did you get player of the match, you also scored the winning goal. How pleased are you with your performance today?
First of all, I want to thank God, because without God, I would not do it. And I'm really grateful because I worked real hard pre-season, and the award comes. So.
Absolutely. And you all were trailing in the first half, down 2-1. What was the coach's message halftime for you all to be motivated to win the game in the second half?
Coach tell us to put out the instruction saying just to keep the ball and go forward with a purpose. And that's what we did, and we can execute that very well.
Nice. And finally, how confident are you all going into your next fixture?
We are very confident. We are working very hard in training, and we are very, very, very happy to go forward.
Great, Malachi. You heard it from the man of the match himself. We now go over to Brent with the coaches.
Coach, of course, a disappointing result. Taylor, 2 halves. What's your assessment of the 90
My assessment, this game boiled down to tactical disobedience. You know, I envy coaches who have players who are trusting in their philosophy and following instructions as best as they could. You know, we have guys who, some of the guys played in the TTPFL League One, and I think that they are a bit too big for this level of football. So I think going forward, we'll have to go with the younger guys and try to teach them to play the right way.
Well, I know the last time you were here on these cameras, you talked about complacency. I think you're pointing towards that, and of course, maybe a change as you go along. There were some results that went your way, so there's still the league title to play for. How do you pick your charges up moving forward?
Well, we have to take it one game at a time. It's a very disappointing result, but we can't do anything about it. So we just have to move forward, plan for the next game, and see how best we can go forward.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best for the rest of the season. Coach, obviously, A lot of conversation has been about the way your team started. Since then, you've not been, since the first 2 games you've lost, you've not been defeated. You're now going on a charge, a big victory here against Naparima College. What's your assessment of this 90 minutes?
Well, well, the game was a game at 2 halves. The first half, we were a little cagey, but not brave enough going forward. And we defended solid in the first half, but I realized we had to make a technical adjustment in the way we attack and be a little more brave going forward. And that paid off for us in the second half.
Well, of course, a big result for you here moving forward. You know, your team needed that sort of confidence going forward. How do you prepare for the rest of the season?
Oh, well, one game at a time, because as you can see, in this league, it doesn't matter which party is on the table. Anybody, it looked like this year could beat anybody. So we had to bring them back down to earth, get ourselves organized, and look at preparation for the Saturday game.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best.
No problem. Yeah.
Well, he said it right. This year it seems like anybody can beat anybody. Mixture of emotions here at Louis Street, San Fernando, as Naparima College lost 3-2. St. Benedict's walking away with the win. Well, we have more secondary schools football league action coming up on Saturday, but also in Issa schoolboy football we have fixtures as well that we can tell you about. Calabar High versus Hydel High. Look out for that one Saturday, 3 p.m. Jamaica time, 4 p.m. ECT. And here in Trinidad and Tobago, Sawa North Secondary go up against Bishop's High School of Tobago at Sawa North School Ground. My name is Hans Devines on behalf of the entire SportsMax team. Thank you so much for viewing. Final score here, St. Benedict's College 3, Naparima College 2. This is the Secondary Schools Football League Premiership Division.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.